time to talk ARG states. Let's get started. Hey everybody, welcome to Team Absolution, talking about ARG states recap. I know it's a few weeks late, but we also had the Forcible states to get through, so...
We died.
Meet the judge for both of those events.
He's over here. He made it. He was angry. But this time he was angry at Braxton.
I almost spiked my phone.
About Braxton.
First Braxton, then you, then Ryan, and then I was just angry.
However, phone's still intact though.
Yeah. That's live proof.
Sponsor?
You might as well at this point. This thing is really fun.
So,
I mean...
we'll start off by talking about ours.
Yeah.
It was in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Yep, Game Theory. 16
people?
Yep, exactly.
Thank you, Game Theory, for hosting. Thank you, ARG, for doing it. Let's go ahead and get things out of the way. Jorge, he did terrible. But
I am not
Jorge,
bad.
Also, what were you playing though?
I was playing Angel Feathers.
He was playing the Angel Feathers.
He picked up Angel Feathers literally 30 minutes before the event started, wrote out the deck list, and turned it in.
I was just having fun at that point.
Yeah.
I didn't care.
But you did have fun though.
I had a blast.
Did you make ponies? Giant ponies?
Oh, yes.
Somebody giant... Yeah, I remember you beat this one guy playing Kagero to an oblivion.
Yeah, I lost a double... See, here's the thing. This was the point where I decided that Vanguard is actually not that for me, because I was beating a man, and it was a 3 damage, and I said, oh god, and he filled 2 crits off the top, and he was only 2. He wasn't a Legion. He wasn't even on a strike. He wasn't a Legion. He had the 2 of the same crit on the top. I was like...
Well, then, wasn't it?
What a skillful
No, it was
game.
Adam.
Oh, okay.
What a skillful game it is.
But I did
Maybe
have
you'll
fun.
fix that. Oh no.
It was. I had fun with the ponies. I did a lot of silly stuff. I had Alston watching me laughing. He said,
Oh my god, that kept me sane because I got some interesting calls.
So, aside from that, Braxton shows up late.
Oh my. Okay, so I'm TOing. I'm judging. I'm getting annoyed by this kid's dad who decided to show up 2 hours early for registration, in spite of the fact that I told him when to show up. And he's telling me to start it right at the time that was posted, even though I'm waiting for 5 more players.
Right.
And then I get a message from Braxton that he had just left his house 5 minutes before the tournament was supposed to start. And it's a ways for him to get there, so I was livid. I almost spiked my phone, and I sent Braxton a few very unpleasant messages.
I think all the game lost.
Yeah, he showed up late, got around a round 1 loss.
Round 1 loss, and then he went on to... he won out. I was quite livid at that.
Also impressed, though.
I mean, it's Vanguard, I'm not impressed by Vanguard. But I was livid more than anything. I'm just you showed up late and you won out. Why in God's name does this have to happen?
So, aside from that, Braxton gets 5th.
Yep.
We did cut the top 4 after 4 rounds.
Because cut the top 8 on 16 people is
no. We still paid out the top 8.
Yeah, we paid out the top 8 for.
So we did cut the top 4. Of Team Absolution,
Nate.
Alston was
I was judging.
I didn't care.
He was playing Angel Feathers. The rest of Team Absolution that was there, Ryan was
Jose
busy.
top 8'd, Nate top 8'd, and I believe that was everybody.
Yeah.
And Braxton top 8'd.
No. Well, I'm sorry, top 4'd. You top 4'd, and Nate top 4'd.
Yeah.
And then that was all the people. That's it.
Yeah,
that's all
that's
the
it.
Absolution people.
And then Nate eventually got 2nd place.
Losing to
I got
a
third
very,
and fourth.
very expensive deck.
A fully SP Bermuda Harmony deck.
This deck
Rip Andrew.
Andrew's a lord.
If you're gonna win it out, he won it out in style.
His deck was this deck cost how much?
So
freaking lord, right there.
as far as variety goes, it was typical. Bermudas, Mega Colony,
Royal Shadows.
Royal Shadows, Narukami. That's about it. I can't think of anything other. Kagero.
Some kind
That's about it, honestly.
Yeah, but the Kagero build was so subpar in the tournament.
There was 2 Kagero builds though. 2 Kagero players.
Yeah, both were kind of subpar.
I didn't play them. So
we had 2 Deep Police players.
Yeah, 2 Deep Police players.
Randall.
We all experienced. He janked me into victory. He janked himself into victory, which is crazy.
You're welcome for the game loss.
Yeah, and he actually had to issue a game loss because someone lost a card.
Someone left a heal trigger on the desk.
Oh, the next game, that was nice.
It doesn't. So yeah, that was our states.
Our top 4 consisted of Mega Colony, Bermuda Triangle, Shadows, and Royals. No surprise in the Shadows and Royals.
That's some diverse stuff, I guess.
Like, I mean, yeah. We got Mega Colony lost to Shadows.
Yep.
And you lost to Bermuda.
I lost to Bermudas.
And then Shadows lost to
Bermudas.
And again, Andrew is a lord. He is a super good player. And we had Parker.
Draws like 7 cards a damn turn.
Parker playing Mega Colony.
Oh man, that man called me for the funniest ruling question I have all day.
Wait, did you activate to tell him about the stride?
No.
Okay.
No. It was this unit that if all of your opponent's rear guards are arrested, if they control any, that is, it becomes an 11k. And his opponent intercepted with his only remaining rear guard.
Oh!
And his opponent was just like, oh no.
That is technically on the Guardian Circle now.
Yeah, it's not a rear guard anymore. It's on the Guardian Circle, so he gets the boost. That was unpleasant for his opponent.
No.
That's funny.
And we have actually some state data from all the ARG states. We have all top 8s.
Yes, but we don't have just like what topped where or anything like that. We just have percentages of tops and stuff like that.
Because I cannot find that post in my life.
Yeah, it exists somewhere in the necro world.
Yeah,
somewhere.
So
yeah.
Number 1 of most tops. We
it's
have
tied.
No, it's one more.
Oh, okay.
We have drumroll, please. Shadow Paladins.
Why am I not surprised?
With 19 tops, compromising 15.83% of all tops.
Who would have thought?
Second place,
Up.
with one less, 18. Royal Paladins.
Why am I not surprised?
15% even.
So that is 30%, a little bit over, right? 30.8, 31% of the entire tops around the country dominated by 2 clans in the game.
Man, if anybody is trying to say that these decks aren't like dominating and what's what I'm looking for?
Hey, Alistair.
Yes.
Do you remember what was the percentage in Force of Will of dominant decks?
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, I remember what's 8 divided by... what's 100 divided by 8?
That's probably around it.
Yeah.
So, next, what was after those 2?
With 10% Narukami.
Narukami. So Narukami has 5% less than the 2 other decks. 2 other
It's
clans.
kind of a big margin when you consider how many things are actually in here.
That's a pretty big margin. Because then it dips out pretty far, right?
The next up is Macaulay. Narukami gets 12. Mega gets
between
10.
3 decks, they made up 40% of the top 8.
Yes.
Yes.
And between 4 decks, it makes roughly almost 50%.
Yeah.
Just God. Narukami, obviously, kind of. Remember, ARG is a best of 3 format, which changes some things.
Yup.
Next, after Mega Colony, it's Deep Police with 9 tops, 7.5%. Then it dips. It dips to Link Joker with 8, Geoconical with 7, Bermuda with 6, Kagura with 5, OTT, Angel Feather, Nova Grapples with 4, Grey Nature with 3, Neo Nectar with 2, and the loneliness of Murakuma Gold Paladin and Spike Brothers.
Each game 1. Congratulations.
I guess you made it.
But miracles do happen. Especially when you get
we had
closer.
Murakuma.
Especially when you get closer to the south of the border. Weird things happen close to Mexico. Weird things happen.
Disclaimer, he is Mexican.
I am. It's all just a legend deck topped in Mexico. Or was that Puerto Rico?
That was Mexico.
That was Mexico.
No, that was Philippines.
The Philippines.
Yeah.
It's down there still.
Yeah, like...
It's still bad.
Like, to be fair...
We don't take that place seriously.
I am in the Cardfight Vanguard for Venezuela. The things I see, they have no name. I see people selling trash.
You've read it. You can't unread it.
I've seen people sell trial decks. It's bad.
So, what I'm saying is, what does this tell us about our meta? About states? Where does the game stand? Well, we clearly have 2 dominant decks in the game.
We have a pair of swords, and then everything else has to go through that pair of swords.
It doesn't go well.
And this all relies on the one thing. Well, maybe not so much for the Royals, but for the Shadows in particular, which is the dominant deck.
Yes.
90% of its cards exist before G was even a thing.
Nah.
And for your deck, the important cards exist before.
Exactly, the important thing, minus the stride, but yeah.
Have fun. Have fun.
I'll use my promo. Shut up.
Have fun with a dead Sorby.
I'll do it. I'll find a way.
So yeah. Wait, no. And no. Whoa, Jose. That's unfair. Half of the meta relies on cards that are before G because so does Narukami and so does Marakami.
Oh, he's right.
Wow.
I didn't even consider that as an option. Half of the decks that topped in ARGs, Mega Colony, Narukami, Shadows and Royals,
and Deep Police,
primarily, of course they have new cards in them.
The Strides.
But primarily are derived from, are abusing cards from before G was a thing.
Yes.
Huh.
What a shocker.
Hey, Commander Laurel, how you doing?
Yeah. Commander Laurel.
I you down to Laurel,
those are coming
twice. That's enough.
Those are coming bills. Probably brothers. Almost surely brothers. Those back on this. I assure you it was destroyed. I 100% assure you it was destroyed.
If it wasn't, then they're probably cheating.
Or in Mexico.
No, even in Mexico it was destroyed.
Texas.
Oh.
Corpus Christi. Well, also known as Northern Mexico. So, yes, we have half of our ARG topping from cards not from the current sets.
That's not
So, if we had a graph on power level of sets, we were like, boom!
Let's see, okay. The closest one would be Bermuda's.
That's like a...
No, but... Link Joker again. The Link Joker top one, yeah. So Link Joker would be the first set, assuming none of those are like Glendios.
Assuming I don't have that name.
Assuming none of those are Glendios, then Link Joker would have been the first one that was strictly requiring... Where's your Chronicle?
Jet Chronicle, right here.
Oh,
7. Seven, yeah.
So...
It would be Jet Chronicle with 7.
Jet Chronicle with 7. No, I mean, Link Joker got 8. So assuming that Link Joker didn't have... whatever. Glendios in its system.
Assuming it was Messiah's.
Yeah, assuming it was Messiah's, then Glendios would have been the first one that topped with strictly G regulated, with G cards in it.
And then Jet Chronicle. And then Bermuda.
Which people keep talking like Jet Chronicle is just gonna be the beast. No, not the beast.
If it were G regulation, yeah.
Yeah, it'd be kind of beastly, but
not right now.
Don't you want to see the main characters Glenn do stuff? I do.
I actually don't think it would be that beastly.
I really don't either.
I mean,
it'd be better.
If it'd be better, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But if you have a Link Joker at 8, that tells a lot.
Yeah, Link Joker. If this is Messiah's is still playable.
Yeah, Bermuda is playable.
Oh, Bermuda, but we saw.
We need did they get reprinted the card that Feluca? Did that get reprinted or no?
No.
Which one's Feluca?
The one that sold
No, that's the only thing that I can use in the whole deck.
Yeah, that wasn't.
But you don't need that much. It's nice, but
it gives you breathing room.
Yeah, it gets a damping, but so does the entire playing state. So
yeah, like all the Novas would be playable. Extreme Battles deck.
Extreme Battles would be quite strong.
Yeah, like
Cosmic Heroes.
Angels
would be hilarious. Honestly,
hilarious.
I'll go to time.
Sword Boys might actually be playable.
You know what would still be playable throughout this? Shadows and Royals.
Yeah, I mean Shadows would totally still be playable.
Yeah.
Royals probably not, honestly.
Yeah.
You'd be stuck with Almile.
Yeah.
No.
Alfred.
What? Oh, Alfred. Yeah, I take it back.
Like, wait, don't you have something good?
No, we get something. I'd play Alfred.
Yeah, there we go. And Shadow would play like.
But it'd be Alfred.
With Claret.
It would be Alfred. It'd just be straight out OG Alfred.
You could play Legion.
Do the Revival Legion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it. I'm just saying.
Why not? But yeah, like
Shadows would go to Claret, right?
Yeah,
Shadows would go to Clarence Sword, which is not a bad card at all.
Clarence Sword and Diablo.
And Diablo. It's
not
Diablo. But the thing is, Diablo would actually be balanced because there would be no consistent way of retiring enough dudes where Diablo would actually hit them.
Just kill everyone.
They would literally have to walk into themselves.
Braxton were right here, so he could give us like the tournament reports of how many times he just killed a man with Diablo.
Oh, Nate!
Always a lot.
Nate, I had a field of 4 dudes and Nate killed me.
Well, good job.
I had to spend all my hand and then he still killed me.
Well, you tried.
I tried, but I mean, it was like I had 3 blasters in hand. I guess that's game. Everybody.
Diablo gets really less scary when they can't retire your dudes.
Diablo's not broken.
It's not difficult for them to do though.
Guys, I'm gonna give
Right
you.
now.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a pro tip from Endless. You know what I love about Wizards of the Coast? Whenever they ban something, they give a lengthy explanation of why they're banning it. And they always give us the following. We always ban the enabler and not the enabled.
Right.
So Diablo is a fine card. It's just that his degeneracy is enabled by
Blasters.
the
By
blasters. But
Thanks,
he's not the
Blasters.
problem itself.
No, Diablo's a perfectly he's a really strong card, but he's not broken.
He's not broken.
He's not this table's gonna break him
We
off.
banned the enabler, and the enabler in this case is the whole Revenger engine because it can retire anything and it's a Swiss Army knife.
For free.
Thanks,
Almost.
guys. Thanks,
Almost
guys.
for free.
Almost for free.
I mean, basically, without the Revenger engine, the only card that Shadow Paladins have to retire is Blaster Dark Diablo.
Yes,
That's it.
that's it.
Yeah, and that's one.
That's one dude.
And you can see it coming from a mile away.
Yeah, you can be like, oh, you're gonna retire one of my dudes? Better keep 3 on board.
Fair enough.
So yeah, that's what's our
That's a recap of ARG states. Basically, it just points to what we already know.
Yeah.
Is that things are just dominated by decks that require older stuff.
Shadows are a dick. Royals are a dick.
And since we have most of GPT-05, this is not changing.
No.
Yeah, there's nothing that really, besides Ripples getting added into the mix and, being the gatekeeper of the
Hey,
game.
it still uses old cards.
It's also, well, mostly.
You need a total.
I'm saying, mostly.
Yeah, mostly, yeah.
Just because there's going to be that one comment who's like, it does not use all old cards. I was like, okay, it uses mostly old cards. I apologize.
Without the old cards, it doesn't work.
I was gonna say take out the old cards and see how well it does.
So, thank you guys for watching our ARG States recap. We'll see you here next time with Absolution. Peace.